I did a presentation to the Women Techstars 2023 cohort. So I was asked the question, what are some of the failures that Sycamore has had, and to share so that some of these ladies that want to go into the business of tech can learn from. And I thought to myself, and overnight I thought about this question so deeply, and I figured I would address some of the things that I thought about. So I feel like failure is such an absolute. It's either you've won or you've lost. It is something that is so total. I would like to address a response to that answer for the benefit of everyone watching in this slide. So it would be me addressing it as difficulties that we have faced as a business in Nigeria, as a tech business, as a financial services business. Nigeria is such a very interesting place to do business in because, we have ranked so low on the ease of doing business list. And it's amazing that some businesses are even thriving as inclusive. But by the way, I want to say that, some of the policies that, came up and, affected us. So, for instance, we had this program that we're doing towards the bottom of the pyramid where we were giving loans to people who were underbanked. Taxi drivers were given to road transport workers, market women, all of those good people. And when the Okada ban happened, it affected quite a number of our parks, and that was money down the drain because they dismantled the parks and everybody dissipated. We've had the BOFIA changed within our own business years, which is just 3 years. 3 years plus anyways, we're in our 4th year. The within a few years, the government has brought up changed the BOFIA, changed some tax regulations. Speaking of taxes, it's amazing how many taxes that you have to pay as a business in Lagos, Nigeria. We had a situation where in our previous office, this is me personally, I don't know if my co-founders shared the same fear, but I would say that my fear for putting out a signage outside the company was how many taxes we have to pay and to which agencies. So multiplicity of taxes just for even signing, that's even the one that I am even referring to. There's so many taxes on ground that is it really necessary? Couldn't this have been bunched up as one thing and then just to be on the right side of the law, you have to be aware of these things per time. That's also draining. Change the Credit Reporting Act, change the microfinance policy framework. And these are important because as a FinTech, we don't have a license per se that, you as a FinTech go and take this license and do business with. The CBN is still trying to understand the scope of what it means to be a FinTech. And that is, the scope is so broad and wide because everybody is so innovative now. A lot of our, collaborators and competitors are doing such amazing things in the market now. So if there's no license for us, how do we stay on the right side of the law? That's something else. That's another difficulty because you have to really understand what product that you're bringing to the market. Then you have to speak to a lawyer to understand how can I be on the right side of the law for this product? Do I need to get a license? Do I need to get this certain type of license from CBN that is different from the one I've gotten already? Does the one I have expand its scope to accommodate what I'm trying to build? So with every new innovative product, you have to really be within the ambits of the law. That can be difficult because, business in Nigeria. Leadership. We have the elections coming up next year. We have insecurities that is happening now. We have multiplicity of taxes, like I touched on earlier. We have, on the technology side, we have internet connectivity, the cost of broadband. You have the available infrastructure in place. I mean, that wasn't a difficulty for us actually, because we actually landed really nicely initially when we started. We started using a plug and play platform, which was provided by Credit Clan, our friends at Credit Clan, and that was an amazing thing for us because it just meant that we could start. On the I've talked about legally the permits and the licenses that you have. On the sociological side, we talk about educating the masses about your product. Let's not talk about the cost of that, because there are people in the market with much bigger marketing funds, right? A much bigger marketing budget. So let's not talk about the cost. Let's talk about even just the education of the masses or the target audience that you're trying to reach. You have to teach them how to use your product. Because, I mean, as common, I dare say, as banks are, we still have a lot of people that do not own, let's even say, they don't own an account and they don't even have a BVN, a unique identifier. There's still a lot of work to do. It means that the scope is still quite enormous for us to cover. In conclusion, I would say that the difficulties in running a business in Nigeria shouldn't be the deterrent to running a business in Nigeria, because as with any other country, you'd have some things that you have to grapple with. Ours is local to us, we are used to it, so we tend to think that, oh, it's just in Nigeria. Yes, we have infrastructural and amenity issues, but if you're going to run a business in Nigeria, from my experience, these are the things that we've had to deal with, and I would like to hear back some of the things that some of my fellow entrepreneurs are dealing with. I was saying, this is not to say that you should not go into business in Nigeria. It is high risk, high reward. You can really make a difference. You can really make a difference in Nigeria if you come up with your idea and you see it through. Now, two different things. Coming up with the idea. Ideas are cheap. Seeing it through, executing on it, that's where the work is. There's the hard work of actually gathering the people that will help you to see your idea through. There's the hard work of bringing out resources. And I say bringing out because you wouldn't know how far the resources that you have within you can go, you can stretch them. Now, not human resources, please don't take what I'm saying out of context. It is really around your own network, around if I have only this amount of funds, how do I make the best decision to spend? It's around, do I go the bootstrapping route, or should I go and go into an accelerator or get money from VC? All of those things. What I mean by stretching your resources. It's really high rewarding because you can see the immediate effect that it's having on that your product and your product is having on the market. It is important for you to know that there will be difficulties. I have listed some of them, but it's also rewarding. I've come to the end of the video. Please like, share, subscribe to this channel. I will be posting some of my experiences in entrepreneurship and as an executive in business, and I hope that you can take some learnings out of it. Give me feedback in the comment section. Tell me some of the things that you'd like to hear me talk about. I wait to hear from you guys. Thank you very much.